carried on from childhood to, you know, even not just pre-teen or teen, even at university level. I know people who have started working, you know, still into unicorn. Anybody like that? Anyone? Raise your hand. Who guesses? Yeah, maybe. Shahmi, you are into it? Okay, somebody is raising the hand. Let me see who's that. Let me see. Unicorn. Asfar. Oh, really? Okay. You've got Asfar here. Okay. So guys, now what did you do very quickly? Okay, I gave you a task, very simple task, right? I told you to find some facts, right? I told you to find some facts, and you did. So in addition to finding the facts, I also told you to do another thing. What was that? In addition to fact finding, I told you to do another thing, which is
Cited.
citation. Okay, which is citation. So you did two things. Number one, you have to find information. Number two, you have to find you have to quote the source. Okay, Dinesh has a question. Do they really exist? I don't know, Dinesh. Some people are very upset. This is like aliens. How many of you believe in the existence of aliens? It's the same. Some believe in the existence. See, some believe in the existence of alien. Some people believe in the existence of unicorn too. Okay. Now let me just quickly go through the facts. Yeah, let me just go through the facts, and then I will tell you how is this literature review. So if you have believers of alien, you will have believers for unicorn too. Okay. Am I supposed to share this page? No, I wanted to share. Okay. Okay, let's go through this very quickly. Let's have a glimpse of what you have found. Okay, so if you look at it, footage, no wings. Oh, if they have wings, they're called Pugesi. I didn't know that. Wow. Innocence, purity, freedom, according to Monica 2021. Dinesh, they have horns. A unicorn family has an elder unicorn that is basically the head of the family, almost 100 years old. Wow, magical, sparkling, 2021 too. Unicorn, really valuable. The Marco Polo called unicorn uglies. Okay, Marco Polo believed in its existence. You can have permit to hunt unicorns. So somebody asked if there is unicorn, and here you go, somebody is talking about hunting them. So if you don't have them, you can't hunt them, isn't it? Okay. And Aiden, why are all your sources 2021? Is it because you did your search today, guys? Unicorn means one corn, right? In the middle. Okay. Okay, 2021. This is also 2021. This is also 2021. Guys, you must be joking. How is all your resources the same year, 2021? Huh? Unicorn is mythical. Let's look at Shao Shun's source. 2021. Something is not right with this entire class. How is that possible? Something is not right. Now, at least I have one 2020 here. Unicorn can be found everywhere and nowhere. It's a universal symbol. Wow. Children's cartoon, true. Then you can find everywhere. Okay. Okay, this one is copied and pasted. Good example. This is how you all get caught for plagiarism. Exact citation, exact content here. Who is this? Vivinate. Where are you?
It's
Vivinate.
Yes, Vivinat.
You see. Vivina, your content is exactly the same with Shahmi. This is how did this magic happen? Another unicorn magic, is it?
Most probably, miss.
I know. It doesn't mean you do a magical thing. This is magical, okay? Now, these kind of magical things always happens. Always happens. And then you know what happens? You know what will happen? The magician will contact you through email, asking you to come to APU, and all the chief magicians will be seated there asking you, how did this magic happen? And then Shami will say, no, this is my magical portion. And then Vinit will say, no, this magical portion was stolen from my lab. This is what will happen. We will have a meeting, and then we will penalize the both of you. Anyway, it's something very serious if it's assignment. Of course, this is just a class practice. I'm not expecting you to write using your own words, okay? Don't worry, Shami, don't worry, Vivid. I was just taking opportunity of this situation. This is how plagiarism cases happen. When you submit your assignment, when we do our marking, we remember the content, and then when we pull it out, and then we do a further check, plagiarism check, we will see your element is the same. Sometimes, most of the time, it's copied from existing resources, which is wrong. Sometimes, you know what happens? Students, it's very sad. This is happening. It is so sad. Your classmates, students, you know, they tend to steal your work. This has happened so many times. You know, your pen drive or your shared document from the laptop, they just copy the content, and sometimes they say, can you share your content if you've started your assignment? I don't know how to do, and this very generous person will just email everything and say, okay, take a look at it, read my work, and then what happens? Copy. Both will submit, and the one who copied sometimes will submit earlier than the one who did that original work, and then a lot of arguments and problems will start. Plagiarism issue. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that. We have got one lecture just on that, but just to let you know, this is how we detect plagiarism. Okay, anyway, if your years are wrong, your cited years are wrong, that's also plagiarism. I think from what I see from this exercise here, this very quick exercise we have just done here, okay, all 2020, see another one, oh my God, who's, okay, Vivi, okay, 2021, same person, Harini, 2013, okay, at least we have one 2013 here, okay. Honke, there is no citation, Honke, you are in trouble for plagiarism. Hassan, 2017, Serious Facts Group. Okay, that's on Pegasus. All right. Elvis 2021, Aspar 2019. Content is of course more or less all the same. Okay. Fangchi, something to do with Greek 400. Okay. 2013. Fathi or Fathai, how do I pronounce your name? You've got half Chinese name and half Middle East name. How do I pronounce your name?
You pronounce it as Fathi.
Fathi. What's about this 4K? Is it 4,000?
When you caught when you caught them plagiarizing in like 4K.
What's the Oh.
The quality. Actually, wait, it's 1080p.
Okay. I get it. Okay. Yuan Fei? 2021 January. Okay, very precise with the date. Okay. Anyway, guys, so how is this exercise related to literature review? That is the magical question for now. Okay. At the moment, the magical question is, so the answer to the magical question is, literature review is basically reading of, okay, critical reading of previous researches. Literature review means reading of previous researchers. Let's say you want to do a research about, now everybody is talking about COVID, right? Okay, you want to do about COVID. An article written about COVID, an article or articles written about virus, about pathology and things like that. When you read materials related to your topic, researches done in the past, that is called literature review. Is that clear? Clear? Not clear? Still very hazy? In a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not clear at all, 5 being very clear, where do you stand? In a scale of 1 to 5. 1, unclear. 5, very clear. Shahmi, why so complicated? Okay, so I think based on the quantitative data which I have just collected, okay, based on the quantitative data I've just collected, looks like, yeah, I have to do the lecture on literature review. I can't skip. Anyway, so today's lecture is going to be on literature review. I've got the slides. I'll be sharing with you. Don't worry. You will get an in-depth explanation about literature review in a while. Okay, so just hold on to it. Let's take a very short breather. I'll see you at 11:50. I'll see you at 11:50. Just 2 minutes. I'll pull out the slides. Okay. Is that okay? Eh, sorry, not 11:50. Oh no, 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 not 11:50. 10:50. Yes, yes, Sutesh, 10:50, 10:50, not 11:50. Only Sutesh is awake, huh? The rest of you sleeping or very happy, taking it literally, okay, 1 hour break. That's not a break, huh, guys. Zian, me too. You know, if I were to be a student and I get an hour break, I'll be the happiest student. This is the problem if you're a teacher. Just give me a second, yeah. I'm trying to pull out something which I reworked. I reworked on a few slides. I'm just trying to locate that. Just give me a second, please. Okay, got it. Okay, we meet again. All right. So all set, ready? Shall I start? Shall I?
Yes, miss.
Okay, good. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Okay, what is literature review? I did explain just now. Okay, what could you recall? Or at least from the practice you did earlier. Okay, where you have to find some information about the topic which I've given, you're going to find the citation. From that exercise and the explanation I've given, what could you gather with this term literature review? Anybody would like to try? You got to unmute because my entire screen is just the slide. Let me just, oopsie, sorry. Let me just monitor through the phone, but it's going to be very difficult for me. I've got to strain my eyes, but it's okay. Anybody unmute?
Analysis of previous research.
Very good. I like the word analysis there because that's good. Who was it? Was it Ruth?
Uzma, miss.
Sorry?
Uzma.
Uzma. Thank you, Uzma. I like the word analysis because literature review is not just about reading previous work. It's not a storybook. It's not a bedtime story where you read and then you fall asleep. Okay? Literature review is a critical analysis, critical reading you do about previous researchers. Okay? Why is it critical reading? Okay. Who is this? The name is already there. Shakespeare. Right? So what does this person got to do with literature review? Anybody would like to try? Have you done Shakespeare before? Anybody? Have you done Shakespeare?
Yeah, I have. I read Shakespeare a few times.
What are the works you have done? Like you have dealt with Shakespeare's work?
I did Othello,
Hmm.
and that's all I can
Juliet.
remember. I
Remember
haven't.
Juliet? Anybody here a big fan of Romeo and Juliet? Anybody here like Romeo and Juliet? Let me see if I could check the chat. Okay, I think I could go to the chat now. 1 second. Yeah. Ayo. What sort of a reaction is that? Very depressing, Asfar? Yeah, true. That's true. Depressing is true, very true. Okay. So, very irritating. Some of you get irritated, is it, with the play? Okay. So now talking about this, yeah, talking about, anyway, if you see my head slanting, it's because I'm monitoring your chat on my mobile phone. Okay. So now moving on, yeah. Shakespeare has got nothing to do with literature review because literature review is something very relevant to just research, and Shakespeare is a different world altogether. Do not combine Shakespeare and literature review. Okay. Now, what is literature review? Here you go. All right. Literature review discusses. Okay, but I still like the word analysis. Okay, like what Uzma said. Actually, it's an analysis of information about a specific topic. Now, before I start the lecture, what was the topic given to you?
Like the thing we had to, research.
What was the topic, the research topic?
Unicorns.
Unicorn. So basically, your topic was unicorn, and what you had to do was just find some facts about unicorn. Okay, you did a very simple summary of the sources. Okay, but literature review is not just a summary. Literature review is a marriage. It's like marrying. How many people does it take if you want to get married? How many people does it involve?
Two.
Two people, isn't it? Okay. Now with LGBT and so on, I'm not going to further ask this question. Does it have to be a male, female? I'm not getting into that. Okay. But you need two people, not minimum two people, but just two people to get married at a time. Okay. It's the same. Literature review is a marriage between summary and synthesis. You put together, you get a beautiful literature review. What happens if two people who cannot get along get married? It's a big problem. Same goes to literature review. Your entire research will be very shaky. Your entire research will not look good. It will not be analytical if you do not put a proper summary with a proper synthesis. Okay. What you did before the lecture, meaning before I started my presentation, is just a summary. You took, it's not even like a synopsis. You literally copied a few lines from somewhere and you shared. Okay, that is not good enough to be called as literature review. That is basically sharing of facts. That's it. But if you were to convert that exercise into a literature review, then you have got to synthesize, you've got to interpret the information. All right, for example, there was a question, do they really exist? Somebody asked, right? Do they really exist? When you ask questions like that, you are already getting into critical thinking. But in literature review, you can't just put question marks by asking questions. You have got to find an answer to that question. So when you are in the search for an answer to that question, then it becomes a synthesis of idea. Then your work becomes analytical. When you ask this kind of thought-provoking questions, when you find answers to this kind of questions, you have to do more references, more readings, and you have got to put in your thoughts as well in it. Only then it becomes a good literature review. Now going back to my question, the scale 1 to 5, when I first asked you, do you understand what is literature review? And now I'm asking you the same question. Is it clear? Is the definition, is your understanding clearer about literature review?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Okay, great. Next slide. This is interesting. You said you understand, right? I'm going to give you a test. Okay. Now, I want you to look at this. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Just take a look at this and tell me, how is this a literature review? That's it. Okay, take a look at this and tell me how is this a literature review. Okay, 2 minutes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yep.
Ma'am, can you explain me what is interpret means?
Interpret means, okay, very simple example. You are talking to someone and the person is keep looking, okay, to his or her watch. What does it mean? You are on a conversation, you are in a conversation and this person is keep looking at the watch. What does it mean? What does it mean?
He has to go somewhere.
Yes, so that is interpretation, meaning it is something that you deduce, it is something that you assume, it is something that you analyze. That's interpretation. Get it?
Okay, got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, now coming back to our excerpt. Yeah, excerpt means like, you know, a paragraph here on the screen. Do you see all these colors? There is pink, there is blue, green, red, and every color has its significance, has its own role to play here. Okay. Does this look like a good literature review to you? That's my question. Kwang John Pak Tina. Tina said it's a narrative, okay? Narrative story. Okay. Yes. So Tina thinks that this excerpt is a good literature review. Can I get the opinion of others as well? Guys, what do you think about this excerpt? Does the excerpt reflect the definition and all the stories I was sharing with you? Does that, you know, echo the excerpt?
I think yes.
It does. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Now, my next question, yeah? You see, it's always easy, yeah? Yes, no question is very easy, isn't it? Now, I'm going to get you to think deeper. Okay? I'm going to get you to think deeper. Now, my next question is, why is this a good literature review? You said it's good. But now I want you to tell me, you said it's good, okay? I didn't say this is good. This is your opinion. Now you've got to justify your opinion. Why is this good?
I think it has two authors' ideas. It's a mixture of a student voice, shows further reading, deeper development of analysis. That's why it's good, yes.
Okay. Your answer is correct, but you have copied all the keywords from my slide. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
No worries, but your understanding is right. Yeah, it does a good job because there is analysis. Michelle says that. Tina says it engages the reader because there is a lot of story in it. Okay, Tina, when we say story in research, it is called references. Yeah, Tina. So now we are getting into this real research business, serious business here. We are throwing terminologies. All right. So like what you say, okay, who's the speaker who was talking to me? Who was it? Who was just talking to me? Who was it?
Me, ma'am, Saad.
Yeah, Saad. Okay. So Saad says, you see, it's good because you've got other the writers. Okay, authors' ideas are very important in literature review because you can be an expert. Okay, you may be an expert, but you cannot tell to the world, you see, I'm the best here. I'm not going to look at anybody's work, read anybody's work. I'm not going to refer to anyone. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you still have got to refer to other experts. That is very important in research, and that person has done that here. Okay, that's through the red element. And then you have citations from more than one writer. Okay, you have got Millard, I really don't know how to pronounce these names. Some are not English names. Okay, so you've got Millard, Casio, I really don't know, Waters Marsh, 1998, and then you've got, all the writers here, Leonard Buys and Skoll, 1999. So you've got a combination of two researchers, okay? That is an evidence to say, that's evidence, yeah? To say that you have done further reading, and further reading is something very, very crucial in research, okay? And you can't just take people's work. You cannot say A said, Ali said this, Abu said this, Achong said this, Kimberly said this, Joe said this. What about you? What about your opinion? That is also equally important. So in this excerpt, we have the student's voice, that's in blue. All right, and then you have got further analysis from the writer. So in your assignment, who is the writer? When you're doing your assignment, who's the writer?
Us.
You are the writer, you are the researcher. So you have got to read somebody else's work, you've got to put in your opinion, and you have to further explain. You have to look at the connection between what you have said and what other people have said. That is what we mean by interpretation. That is what we mean by analysis, and that is in green. So if you put all these elements together, you will be able to produce a very good literature review. Is this clear?
Yes, clear for me.
The rest of you
Ma'am, can
guys,
you repeat again?
which part?
The thing that you were saying that we have to just explain others things
Yeah.
also.
If you want to do a good literature review, you need to read somebody else's work. Literature review, basically. Okay? You read work from other experts, you quote that, you cite that person, then you have to add your voice as well, your opinion. Okay? And then you have got to analyze it further. So if you do all these things, okay, in your literature review, it becomes a very good piece of work. Get it?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Moving on. Okay, so in brief, all right, in brief, okay, literature review is basically an evaluation of previous researchers. So when you do literature review, when you read somebody else's work, you look at what are the key ideas they have presented, what are the key ideas they have shared, okay, and then we talk about, okay, you relate that with your research and you explain. Okay, that is what we mean by literature review. So what are the common misconceptions people have about literature review? Okay, very simple. Guys, let me ask you, what are the common misconceptions people have about COVID? Can you just type it out? Let me just, what are the common misconceptions about COVID? Please type your responses.
Hello, Miss. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not about the COVID thing. I just have a question about literature review in general.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a writer for the literature review, do we take a neutral position, or do we only do researches that support our point of view?
You have to find materials that are relevant to your research.
So it can be also opposing as well.
Yes, it can be contradicting. It may be in tandem with your work. It may be something contradicting, in contrary to what you are saying. That's not a problem. In fact, it is good to look at the opposite point of views and you analyze it as well.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, that makes a good piece of work, and that's a great question. So you see, people have misconceptions about COVID. If you wear mask, you won't get COVID. If you have vaccinated, you will not get COVID. If you are double vaccine, it is good. If you have booster, you will never get it again. If you use hand sanitizer, instantly it kills the bacteria. You know, people have all these things, right? Okay. So this is the same thing. You see, misconceptions are always there. And we are talking about something which is like globally happening. Okay. And about literature review, you also have misconceptions. It doesn't mean you cite people's work like what I told you. You cite everybody's work. That doesn't mean it's a good literature review, because you still have got to put in your... What do we need? You can cite all the writer's work and so on, but we still need to have your opinion. Your opinion matters a lot in literature review. It's not just a summary of what people have said, but it's also about what you have got to say. Is that clear?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay. So it is not just a summary, yeah? Like what it says here. It's not a summary, okay? Now, moving on. I want you to comment on this, guys. Okay, I want you to read this. Okay, please comment on this excerpt. Okay, while you do that, I'm just going to quickly step out to the washroom. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Jamil, Fatih, Saad, Nabil. Guys, you were supposed to comment from the perspective of literature review, not about the subject. I didn't ask you to comment on laughter, guys. Okay. Baker, no input from the writer. Excellent. Okay. Asfar, very good. Excellent. Excellent. And I think Baker has been supported by a few. Oh, Asfar, I'm not too sure because from the screen I can't really see that very clearly. I see the thumbs up for either Asfar or Baker. But anyway, both of you have got the same point of view. Basically, this is just a list of citations. Do not do this. If you're going to do this, out of 10, I promise you will not exceed 3 marks. You will not go beyond 3 out of 10. Because this is also, you can also get into a trouble for plagiarism if you didn't paraphrase. Even if you paraphrased, it is still copied, especially if you've taken it from one particular source, because there is no input from you. This is all somebody else's work, but you claim to be as your work. Clear? So this is a big no.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, we have to include citations plus our opinion. Also, only our opinion matters in this paragraph.
Combination of both. Yeah, combination of both. Okay.
It includes citations and your opinion.
Yes. Okay. You need to have both. All right. So there are limits to what we really know about laughter. Okay, now let me work on this for you. Hold on. Yeah. So how do we make this to be? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, this is on presentation mode. I want to come out of the presentation mode. 1 second. Is it too slow? Are you all okay with the pace?
Yes, miss.
It's Friday. Ah. Hold on, I'm trying to copy and paste this. 1 second. Let me get into the edit mode. Oh, I'm not able to edit the work. I don't know why. Okay, so now, so sorry, I'm not able to edit my own work. I don't know why, but let me just briefly guide you on how to make this a better literature review. Okay. So now, any idea on how we can improve this? There are limits to what we really know about laughter. Okay, so we know the subject is about laughter. Who said that? Adam, 2009. There have been many theories to explain the link between laughter and health. Okay, fine. Laughter is often part of a bigger picture, the social picture. Health benefits can come from having fun with family and friends. Laughter naturally goes along with that. But no one really knows the precise connection. We do not know that it improves your quality of life. So how do we make this to be a better literature review? What do we do? We know this is not good enough, but what do we do to make it better? Any idea?
Add the reader's opinions to start off, because this is like these are just like a reference thing. So I think if the reader were to add their own opinion into it, it would be a lot better.
Okay, excellent. Okay, number 1. Oh, yeah, right? Okay. What else can you do? You can add your opinion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think we can try to relate the multiple researches rather than just stating them out.
Relate the multiple, excellent. Relate the multiple researchers. Okay, what else?
And maybe also paraphrase if there's like a lot of quotes. So it's not exactly
You
the
have to
same thing.
paraphrase anyway. You have to paraphrase. Otherwise, you cannot cite it like that. You have to use direct quotation. This is all paraphrased.
Okay.
You could also further elaborate the existing Okay, so can somebody just read it out? Oh, you don't have the slides, right? I have the link though, but hold on, yeah. Let me just, okay. There are limits to what we really know about laughter. I need to, okay, wait, let me just. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna, yeah, sorry.
Sorry for the interruption.
No worries.
For a literature review, right? Do we comment on the different research or do we just state them?
You can comment, you can criticize, you can agree, you can disagree. You can do
that is like in a general sense. So do we do that for every research or just in the general sense?
It depends on the purpose of your research. It depends on the purpose of your research, the length of your research. Like if you were to do your final year project or a master's thesis or a PhD thesis, you will definitely have to look at a real wide range of opinions, not just something in tandem with your opinion, but also something which is opposing to yours, and then you analyze it.
All right.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So now if you look at this here, there are limits to what we really know about laughter. So how do we elaborate this further? I need help. Can somebody tell me how I can elaborate Adam's point? I'm not giving my opinion yet, but I just want to elaborate. How can I do that?
In the second sentence, the reader. Wait, Miss, can you read your question? Hang on.
Second sentence is Mary. We are still at Adam.
Okay, yeah, my bad. My bad. Sorry.
No worries. Can somebody help me, please? What can I say? How can we elaborate Adam's opinion? The first line is there are limits to what we really know about laughter. Okay. So how do I elaborate this?
You could mention everything that you do know about laughter and everything you would wish to find out about laughter. Or everything we don't know about it, maybe.
Okay. So there are limits to what we really know about laughter. Okay. our knowledge. So can I infer that our knowledge about laughter it has limitations?
Yeah, we could say that.
About laughter is shallow. Okay, because the word limitation, it has been used, so we don't want to reuse the same word. So our knowledge about laughter is shallow, that we may be. So now when I say that we may be, I'm already putting in my opinion. Can you understand what I'm doing? This part is Adam's. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my opinion, that we may be wanted to say something. That we may be often the rate. Significance of. Now I want to further explain this. What can I say? Laughter. I need help. What else can I say? It says that we don't know much about laughter. Now, how do I take this further?
You can explain like that laughter is a response or a reaction, and apart from that, like we don't really know much about it. Like, is it triggered by certain emotions? I don't know. I'm not sure that.
Laughter physical, for example, yeah, laughter is a physical response or emotion. As laughter is a physical response to our emotion, and which the explore to a better lifestyle. So you see, this is a combination of facts and opinion. All right. Okay. And then Mary says there are a lot of theories, right? Okay. So you could do this for Adam. Get it? And then Mary says there are a lot of theories. Agree? Agree? So how can we elaborate Mary's point? Anybody?
Miss, I have a question.
Yep.
Okay, is it the way you wrote Adam to 2009? Is this how we're supposed to write our literature review?
No, this is just for our reference because
Okay.
yeah, it's just for our reference. I'm just trying to say that this is what we have derived from Adam's opinion. All
Okay,
right.
I see.
Then
All
you
right.
can then you can continue from there. Adding on to this, Mary says or Mary explains that there are a lot of theories related to laughter and health. Okay. Then you just continue. Theoretical explanation supported with strong researchers are like that we need to laugh. Example, this is just an example. Okay. Not appear to be the only cure. Article as law claims to prevent us keeping us away from illnesses. So can you understand what we're doing here, guys? This is January 2000. Understand what's happening here?
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. So we need to put this kind of opinion, elaboration, ideas in between. You can't just compile people's opinion, okay? You can't just compile people's opinion. You need to have, yeah, Tina said remains a mystery. But good. Good, very nice. Okay, that's good. Okay, shall I continue with the lecture?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So I just wanted to get, a bit deeper on this, why this is not good, okay? The reason why I explained that is because this is what you're going to do in tutorial. Okay, next tutorial, this is what we're going to practice, literature review. So why is it so important to study about literature review? Number one, it will help you to understand things that you do not know. Number two, it helps you to understand the subject better. You become, an expert in it. Number three, in research we have variables. Variables are factors. So when you read this kind of journals, it gives you ideas to all these variables on what are the embedded variables related to your subject of discussion. For example, laughter. Laughter, why is it important? So these are variables. If you read the journals, it will tell you more, it will give you all the technical terms and so on. But at surface level, we can say that it promotes good health, all right? Number four, literature review is often a stepping stone for new researchers. Whenever you read all these past researchers, then you feel, oh, this research can be taken further. Maybe we could do this. This is how inventions happen. This is how people innovate new ideas. For example, people had difficulties to move from one place to another because during the Stone Age, everything was by foot, right? So what was created? What technology was infused to reduce this burden? To move from one place to another, what did humans do? How did people move from one place to another? Initially, it was all by foot. They used to walk from one place to another. But after that, what did they do? What did the Paleolithic or the Mesolithic people did in this cold regions, and that time when the temperature was extremely low, no global warming and so on? They started using animals, right, to move from one place to another. And then they come up with this idea like cart, C-A-R-T, like a bullock cart. That's technology. At that point of time, yes, Asfar, that's technology, right? When you attach like a wooden cart and then you get the animal to pull that, that's technology. After that, bicycle. Bicycle was Leonardo da Vinci's imagination. He drew it and then somebody invented his drawing. Okay. After bicycle, people invented car. And then now we are talking about flying cars, right? So things are becoming better, quote unquote, better in terms of ideas, because you have present research, present, literature review. You read and then you find out the gap and then you innovate new ideas. And the last importance of literature review is to resolve conflicts that are contradicting with previous researchers. Okay, so if there are any issues in the previous research, you address it and you make it better. That's what we do in research, right? Moving on. So besides that, literature review is also important to identify prior scholarship to prevent duplication of effort. Very simple. Let's say you're doing a research about dress code in APU, okay? And another student also wants to do the same topic. That is duplication of effort. Because same topic, same sample population, same point of time. But if I were to do that research after 6 months or 1 year, that is considered valid because the time frame is different. But if you want to do if you want to do the exact research at the same point of time, that is considered as duplication of effort. Okay, moving on. Through literature review, we develop hypothesis. Okay, we develop hypothesis, and this is how we move forward. This is how we point the way forward for new researchers, further researchers. All right. Okay, so far okay? Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Now, I want you to take a look at this. There are 3 types of researchers. I'm going to post a question and I want you to reply to my question after reading this on the screen. I'm typing my question. Okay, I've just posted my question. Okay, Tina, to answer your question, researchers can be done individually. Researchers are also done as a big team. Certain researchers are very huge. You need a few experts, and you need experts from a combination of fields. Only then you can make it happen. So this kind of big projects, you need many researchers. All right. Okay, so if I were to do a research about, like what I've just said, I want to do a research about, if I were to do a research about, yeah, what did I type? Sorry. Attention span. Okay, I want to do a research about attention span. I want to see how attentive my students can be, okay, when when a lesson is delivered. So what kind of research is that? Is that simple research, applied research, or academic research? So some of you say academic, some of you didn't say, but you just put a question mark. Is it academic, you're asking? Some of you think it's combination. Okay, the answer is it's an academic research because, number one, it's not really because the setting is academic, but it definitely, the setting, yes, it is academic, and it requires high quality of values, accuracy, quality, resources, objectivity, because this is a very proper formal research involving students, and this is a piece of academic research involving the field of academic students, attention span, that's the topic. because the outcome, yeah, the findings of this can be published in journals, research articles. So this is definitely academic research. Okay, if let's say I were to do a research, okay, how many of you like to have a class on Friday? Are you all free on Friday? Remember we were doing that. So that it's not a research, but if you were to find out simple opinion from students on certain things like that, that can be considered as simple research. Some people, they do research to improve their business. Okay, they want to know how trend has changed. They want to know people's new preferences and so on. So that is applied research. All right? Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Right. Now, components of research, I'll run through this very quickly. Research literature review, there are components, okay? There are ways to present it. You can't just compile idea and put it there as a piece of work and say, this is literature review. There are 4 stages. Sorry, I've highlighted the wrong one. A component is not the keyword. Problem formulation. You see this? This is a keyword, problem formulation. Okay, so first you need to identify the research problem. So remember, going back to the very initial research lecture we had, we started with problem, right? So we want to know what is the problem, answering question to the problem, getting an answer to the problem is the purpose of research. So first you need to know the problem that you want to identify, you want to address. And then you start finding materials, journals, articles, and so on. So now you have all your materials with you, you evaluate. Okay, you evaluate. And finally, you do your analysis and interpretation. So the typing I did just now with you, that is, which stage is that? Problem formulation, literature search, data evaluation, or analysis? When I put in all the opinion and when we drafted our, excerpts and a few lines of writing, which stage is that? Problem formulation, literature review, data evaluation, or analysis?
It's analysis and interpretation.
Excellent. It's analysis and interpretation. Very good. Because data evaluation was done. We already have literature search was done. We already have all the materials. We already have the authors' names. And then the authors' names have been shortlisted and selected. We already know how many authors we want to use. We know that. All right. And finally, what we were doing just now is to analyze and interpret. Very good. So in conclusion, the ultimate aim of literature review is to bring the reader up to date information, okay, on your current literature. And you want to have a very clear picture of what you are doing, and you want to know what kind of opportunities you have for future researchers, okay? If you were doing a master's, you're doing your postgraduate, yeah, master's, PhD, literature review is a chapter on its own in your project paper, a chapter. All right, okay, any questions? Any questions? Clear? Okay, good. So now I want to talk about assignment. I'm going to present the assignment question to you all. I will upload the assignment question by Monday, okay, or over the weekend, but by Monday, yeah. I'm not sure if over the weekend is possible, but on Monday, I'll upload the assignment question. You can start working. I'm going to upload the journals anyway, okay. Now, we'll take a 10-minute break at 12 noon. I will brief you about your assignment. Is that good?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you have nothing uploaded on Moodle, for example, lecture slides and assignment questions.
You don't have the slides?
On Moodle, I gone to your folder, ARS, so I didn't find anything. It's empty.
Let me check, please. Moodle, yeah, let me check.
She uploaded it at some point of time. Can you check again? Can you check again? Because it's there for me.
It's there?
It's there for me. One of the ones A and K isn't there. I don't think that's yours. But the other one,
Talking
which is
about
IMD,
Moodle.
yeah, on Moodle. Go to academic research skills. IMD. You should be able to find it there.
Oh, okay. Because we have uploaded
Ma'am,
everything.
Ma'am, I check it, but I didn't find anything. It's empty from my side.
Okay, let me just share the screen. Maybe that will help. Let me just. I'm so sorry. Let me just double check. Okay, guys, the file is actually, yeah, even I can't see the file in your specific intake one, but I have it in the main folder, but it's okay. I'll just upload in the specific one for your reference. It's easier. Okay. Sorry, this was overlooked. There is some confusion. I don't know where, but it's okay. I'm trying to upload the files here. By the way, today's lecture is on Prezi. I have made it as public view, I think. So I've given the link of today's lecture. Today's lecture, the link I've given here. Today's lecture, okay, whatever you see on the slide is what I have derived the lecture, today's lecture from the slides, yeah. Of course, the interface is different. I've used a different platform to present today, but the content-wise, it's the same. Huh? But you won't have pictures and stuff like that in the PowerPoint that I'm uploading now. Other than that, in terms of facts, it's all there. It's the same. Guys, I've uploaded like 8 to 10 slides. Do you see them? I don't know why it looks weird here. It doesn't look like it has got so many files in it. Would you please check? I've uploaded a few slides, you know. How many slides do you see?
Just one.
Just one. Oh my god, I uploaded like 10.
The topic is critical thinking.
Yeah, but I've uploaded a few. Okay, anyway, I'm going to upload a few other journals for you now. Hold on. Okay, you know what, guys? I think all the slides are in this thing called classroom materials. I don't know how, but I think it got uploaded there, if I'm not mistaken. Can you please check? Okay, It's there, yeah, in classroom materials, and I'm uploading 6 files. Okay. Okay, I've uploaded another 6 files, I think. It says CP1, CP2, CP3. Is it that? Can you please check if you see CP1, CP2, and CP3? Okay, great. Okay, let me just share the assignment question now on the screen. Okay, guys, so listen carefully, yeah? Listen carefully. Whenever you see CP, okay, CP is what you're going to do for your assignment. And when you see TJ, meaning tutorial journal, only for tutorial practice. Is that clear? Okay. Is that clear?
Yes,
yes,
miss.
Okay. For tutorial, Miss Iman also will use the TJ journals. Okay. So now this is the assignment question. I'll share it with you soon. Okay. I've given you the journals. So the one you see CP, it means for assignment. It's about counterfeit products. Okay. So CP1, CP2, CP3. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to analyze them. Okay. Cross-analyze. So the cross-analysis part we are already practicing in the tutorial. Okay. So your cross-analysis, these are the headers. No other headers you should use. Okay. 1.0 introduction, we have done this practice in the tutorial, I believe. Literature review we will do next week. Okay. Methodology we have done this week, right? In your tutorials you would have practiced methodology, and then you've got results and discussion and conclusion. So these are the things you have to do. Okay. Every component here, I've given you the number of words. You can exceed the number of words. It's not a problem, but you shouldn't go more than 1 page. Maximum is just 1 page or 3/4 of a page. That's it. All right. So how do you analyze? I've given the journal there, CP1, CP2, and CP3. Don't worry about group assignment. It's not now. You have to only worry about your individual assignment. Deadline will be given soon. On this document, I'll indicate the deadline as well. Okay. I've attached the journal. This is the question, and you will do the practices in your tutorial. Is that clear?
yes, miss.
Okay. So,
Ma'am, you
yeah.
will upload on Moodle soon.
Sorry?
You will upload the question on Moodle soon.
I will upload the questions in Teams first, because on Moodle is for you to submit the assignment.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah, your question will be uploaded in Teams. Okay, in the lecture one, I'll upload it here. Moodle, you will see a folder, but that is more for assignment submission. All right. Okay, any questions? Was the lecture clear, guys?
Miss, this is an individual assignment.
Yeah, individual, yes.
Okay.
Miss, must the introduction be 3 paragraphs?
That's right, 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, you must have very clear. Your first sentence must talk about the aim. Did you do the practice in class?
Yes, Miss. Please.
Yes, Miss.
Ma'am, citation means we have to paraphrase or what? Can you explain citation?
Citation, there is a lecture on citation. But just to answer your question, of course, you have to paraphrase. You cannot take anything just like that. Okay, you have to paraphrase and you have got to cite the sources. Okay, that one, there is no shortcut. All right. Okay.
And we have to give referencing for it.
Yeah, we have a lecture on referencing. We will cover all this when we are teaching in upcoming lessons. But for now, if you need help, if you want to know what it is, you can go to APU referencing. You go to APU library page. There is a part where there is a link where you can do your extract the document for referencing. I could share it now.
Okay, ma'am.
Maybe this is the link we'll be using also to teach you referencing. I'll share the link now here in the lecture. For those who need to know, who want to know more information about referencing, you can start accessing this link. You don't have to wait for the lecture. Okay, I've given the link. All right. Any other questions, guys, for me?
Ma'am, you got my question wrong. I'm saying that we have to provide referencing at the end.
Yeah, and then also in between, in-text citation. There is such thing called text citation.
So not APA referencing, ma'am?
APA, that's right. You have to do APA.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, attendance, here you go. Okay guys, have a pleasant weekend. I'll see you next week as a big group, and tutorials I'll see you before Friday. Next week's class I will post it. Yeah, the timing is either 10:30. I think 10 is fine. I'll post it, yeah, in our general chat. Okay, have a pleasant
Friday, right, Miss?
Friday, it's Friday.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right, have a good day. Yichuan, are you here? Yichuan?
Yes, miss. Can you help me to sign attendance?
Yeah, sure. Okay, done.
Thanks, miss.
No worries. Shazab, Muhib, Shazab. Ruth. Sardar. Sardar not here. Ruth is not here. Muhib is not here. Okay, guys, have a pleasant day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.